It's a live shot from Ottawa where the Renegades are set to host the Toronto Argonauts. If those were supposed to be turkeys, we decided out here they look more like a couple of big chickens. In just a minute, we'll have highlights from the games played Friday and Saturday in the Canadian Football League. But the big story for the entire CFL over the past 7 days has been the ownership change in Hamilton. And with more on that, let's go out to Frank Clair Stadium. There she is on a bright, sunny Thanksgiving afternoon. Here's Brenda Irving. Brenda?
Well, Brian, Bob Young was introduced as the new owner of the Ticats on Tuesday, and you know, he seems to have it all. He's got tons of business savvy, plenty of dough, and as far as the CFL is concerned, he is their knight in shining armor.
Unfortunately, Tom, there's been a horrendous mistake. Tom thinks I'm buying the Ticats. I'm actually the new quarterback for the Ticats.
He's been described as charming and boyish, but behind that aw shucks demeanor is a high-tech visionary. Bob Young is a marketing whiz. Those skills have made the Hamilton-born entrepreneur a billionaire. His U.S. computer software company, Red Hat, was one of the business success stories of the late 1990s. Young now runs Lulu.com, an internet publishing giant. So what made the man from Red Hat put on the black and gold of an orphan CFL team? It was his friendship with this man, Ron Harwood, a systems analyst at Hamilton's McMaster University. Ron emailed Young telling him the Ticats needed a new owner and suggested they'd make a perfect fit.
He was the only person I knew that was a big Ticat fan and that had the means to actually potentially purchase the teams. He's a sales and marketing guy. If anybody's going to sell the team to people, it's going to be Bob.
But I like the idea of having Steeler beer in the stadium. So we got.
Young may be a Ticat fan, but he's also a businessman who knows the franchise needs work in the front office as well as on the field.
I hope I do a better job than some of the recent owners. I'm not arrogant enough to think that I have any of the answers. But yeah, my business career has been built around seeing things slightly differently.
I'm a good salesman.
Come out to the Grey Cup anyway.
I know
How do you think you're going to enjoy being a CFL owner?
It's way too much fun. And that's actually probably the thing that worries me the most.
But Young denies he bought the team as a rich man's toy.
If they are going to be in Hamilton as a football team for the next 10 years, it's because they will be a successful, profitable business, not because some philanthropist keeps throwing money at you.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, this is absolutely the new generation of Ticat fan.
And you know, Bob Young doesn't mince words when he talks about how the Ticats have been marketed in the past. He says the Ticats, they're a brilliant brand, but unfortunately they've been marketed the same way for the past 30 years. So over the next few months he's going to get a team together to revamp its image. And Brian, from what I've seen, he's going to be a very unconventional kind of CFL owner.
Thank you, Brenda. Speaking of the Hamilton Ticats, Darren Flutie will work the game in just a few minutes with Mark Lee. Hamilton and Ottawa, Toronto and Ottawa. Darren, of course, a former Ticat. Darren, from a player's perspective, when you guys were in the dressing room, was marketing and the fact they weren't spending money on marketing and players, those the key problems as you saw it?
Well, you know, as a football team, when you're going through trouble, you're always looking at what someone else is doing wrong. So we had some time as we didn't play well last season. And yeah, a lot of the blame went to maybe the dollars weren't going to the right marketing aspects of our football team. Maybe we weren't marketed well. That's why we weren't getting people in the stands. But boy, it's exciting to see Bob Young come in, a new owner. He looks like a kid in the candy store just from listening to that interview.
As a former player, and you're close to the situation, what does this mean for people like Ron Lancaster, R.D. Lancaster, and your good friend, the quarterback, Danny McManus?
Well, I'll start with Danny, just by Bob Young coming out and saying, I'm the new quarterback of the Hamilton Ticats. Boy, if I were Danny, I'd be a little worried right there because, of course, Bob's about 50 pounds lighter than Danny is. But I'll tell you, Lancaster himself, I just hear things from the team and hear things around town that he may be safe. He may be the head coach next year, which, if you look around, who are the new coaches that would step into that position? I think Ron Lancaster's as good as any, but I also think you have to address the assistant coaches. There's going to have to be some changes at assistant coaches. A guy like like Danny McManus, maybe Paul Osbaldiston are in trouble in Hamilton, but not necessarily in trouble as far as being out of football.
Darren, we have to go in a word. Can football survive? Can the spirit be reignited, if you will, in Hamilton?
Absolutely yes. I know that's 2 words, but absolutely yes. Hamilton has the fan base. They have the history in Hamilton, and they just want a winning, entertaining football team. And I think Bob Young can bring that team to Hamilton.
All right, thank you, Darren. Chris Walby says the total was 23 words. We'll get back to you in just a minute with Mark Lee. Right now,